Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys the Series episode preview discussion. This time I'm talking about the preview for episode 59, so let's get to it. In episode 59, Grookey, the grass-type starter of Generation 8, will finally appear in Pokemon Journeys, for real this time. Previously, it did appear in the second ending theme, in the intro for episode 46, and in the third opening, but in episode 59, Grookey will finally show up in the flesh. Now, the title for this episode was revealed a few weeks ago, so it was already known that Grookey would be appearing in this episode. The title also revealed the unusual circumstance that Grookey already has a trainer, which was completely unexpected considering that we always expected that Ash or Goh would catch Grookey because this is the fate of every starter of the current generation. Now, I did make a video a few weeks ago where I discussed episode 59 and its title. In that video, I talked about what I thought would happen in this episode going by the information that was available. I highly encourage you to go watch that video as well because I will avoid discussing the same things in this video because I don't want both videos to be identical. I will leave links to that video in the description below and at the end of this video. I did mention in my previous video on episode 59 that I would make another video on this episode before its eventual release once the preview aired, and only if the preview did reveal enough information to warrant making a video on it. So the preview is now out, and while it did not reveal as much information as I hoped it would, it still did reveal enough to warrant a video on it, which is of course this video, so let's get to the preview. The preview shows that Goh has a weird dream where he sees Rillaboom. According to a leaked summary for the episode, Goh dreams that his parents are Rillaboom, or rather I guess that they transformed into Rillaboom for whatever reason. Goh wakes up and Grookey is sleeping holding on to Goh's arm. So I guess that Goh has this weird dream because of Grookey. So Goh tries to catch the sleeping Grookey, but he can't because Grookey has a trainer like the title of the episode revealed. Grookey is then seen eating alongside Pikachu. Grookey eats everything in its plate, but it still wants food, so it tries to take food from Pikachu, who refuses to give any to Grookey. This indicates that Grookey is a gluttonous Pokemon. Grookey then uses its music to revive some plants, and then Team Rocket show up and they use a net to catch Pikachu and Grookey. At the end of the preview, Goh says, "The person who caught Grookey, could it be?" And Team Rocket starts laughing right here. And this is the preview. Now, the preview sadly does not show who Grookey's trainer is, which means one of two things. Either Grookey's trainer is someone important and they don't want to spoil the surprise, or the opposite. Grookey's trainer is just a character of the day that will have little to no impact on the episode and thus, they are not even shown in the preview. These are two possibilities I discussed in my previous video on this episode. However, there is another possibility. One that I did not think of before because honestly it was something I would have never considered. What if Grookey belongs to Team Rocket? I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. The reason why I thought of this possibility is that in the preview when Goh says, "The person who caught Grookey, could it be?" Team Rocket laugh right here, almost as if to say that they are the ones who own Grookey. It's timed perfectly. I imagine that Ash and Goh run into Team Rocket. There is evidence to suggest that they are Grookey's trainer or trainers. So Goh says, "The person who caught Grookey, could it be?" As in he is confronted with this sudden truth and he is like, could it really be true? So Team Rocket laugh as they reveal that yes, Grookey belongs to them. Now, it could just be the preview is misleading us by combining Goh's line and Team Rocket's laugh so that it seems like they go together. This would not be the first time that a preview hints at something that is ultimately not true. However, the preview does show that Ash and Goh look at Grookey like they just found out something bad about it. Grookey looks like it's sad as well, while Pikachu apparently protects or shields Grookey from something. And this is when the net drops on Pikachu and Grookey. It's like they just found out that Grookey does indeed belong to Team Rocket, which is why Grookey looks so sad, and why Ash and Gold look like they feel bad for Grookey. But what makes it more likely that Team Rocket do own Grookey is what happens in episode 58, which is the latest episode at the time of recording and uploading this video. And episode 58 is the episode that has the preview for episode 59 at the end of it. In episode 58, Team Rocket are asleep in their hideout, and James ends up putting Meowth in the gacha machine while Meowth is still asleep. Pelipper and Wobbuffet then activate the gacha machine out of curiosity, and they get Pokeballs as they normally would. But the Pokemon within end up outside their Pokeball and they go off on their own adventure, which is what the episode is then about. So what if Grookey is one of the Pokemon in the gacha machine, and for whatever reason someone activates the gacha machine and they get Grookey's Pokeball? Grookey somehow gets out of its Pokeball and then it leaves. It roams free until it ends up in Cerise Institute with Goh. I definitely could see this happening. I watched episode 58 and then I watched the preview for episode 59, which hints at the fact that Grookey belongs to Team Rocket, so it's no surprise that I thought of this, and I wonder if this was on purpose. Maybe they decided to have Grookey belong to Team Rocket, and the scenario that I discussed is what ultimately happens. However, instead of taking the time to reveal this in episode 59, they opted to instead have episode 58 show that the Pokemon in the gacha machine can indeed roam free. They dedicated an entire episode to showing this so that episode 59 does not have to go into detail of how this happens. They can instead dedicate the episode to Grookey and its antics. Episode 59 might even be a sequel or a direct follow-up to episode 58, meaning that episode 59 will start where episode 58 ended. This is something that could happen. Team Rocket tried to catch Grookey with a net in episode 59 because they are trying to get their Pokemon back, though to be fair, this could just be Team Rocket trying to catch a rare Pokemon as they usually do. So, what happens in episode 58 could have been done on purpose to set up episode 59, but if it was not intentional, then it is unlikely that they would use the same plot point twice in back-to-back episodes. However, if Team Rocket are the owners of Grookey, then this also means that Ash or Goh could catch it without issue, since they would be getting a Pokemon that belongs to Team Rocket, who are the bad guys. There would surely be no consequence or problem with taking a Pokemon from them, especially when it's a Pokemon from their gacha machine, meaning that they have no real connection or attachment to it. I can picture it already. Ash and Go defeat Team Rocket as usual, Team Rocket then blast off again like they normally do, and as they fly off into the distance, they drop Grookey's Pokeball so Ash or Go can then get Grookey. If instead Grookey's trainer is a normal trainer, then it would be trickier to have the trainer relinquish Grookey, especially if the trainer ends up being someone important. So in the end, if Team Rocket are Grookey's owners, then it would be easy to still have Ash or Go catch Grookey by the end. Again, this is an unusual theory and one that I did not think of before, so once again, I urge you to please check out my previous video on episode 59 if you haven't already so that you can see the other possibilities I could think of with regards to Grookey's trainer and Grookey's eventual fate, meaning who will catch it, Ash or Go. And speaking of Grookey's fate, I think that the preview for episode 59 did provide an answer to this question, and unfortunately, it is not the answer that I wanted. The preview shows that Go is the one that dreams of Rillaboom, the final evolution of Grookey. Grookey falls asleep while holding onto Go's arm, and Go is the one that tries to catch Grookey the moment that Ash and Go realize that Grookey is there. So it seems like Go will be the one to catch Grookey in the end, which is not what I wanted to see. Of course, we won't know what happens for sure until the episode does air, but it seems like Go will do it again. He will catch a Pokemon that most people, myself included, wanted Ash to catch. After months waiting for Grookey to appear, months where Grookey was constantly teased, after months of enduring the hype and anticipation for Grookey, after months of speculation of when Grookey will appear and who will catch it, it is very, very unfortunate that this long journey might end in disappointment. But again, I will wait until the episode airs before I feel completely dejected. And episode 59 will air on March 12th, and I will upload a video review for it as soon as possible, so please look forward to it. But that's the video, as always. Leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.